Welcome to Fearful-Avoidant Attachment and Dating, 5 must-know tips, where we journey into the hidden chambers of the heart and illuminate the path toward authentic connection. I'm Anthony Hopkins. Though confined to these words, I promise you the same keen wit and sagacity you'd expect were I leaning in, voice low, eyes twinkling with insight. We all carry stories from childhood that shape the way we love. For those with fearful avoidant attachment, often called disorganized, those stories are riddled with longing and suspicion, like a grand cathedral whose stained glass is shattered by storm. You yearn for intimacy, yet recoil in fear, craving closeness while guarding your walls against rejection. Today, I'll share 5 indispensable tips to engage such a partner with genuine empathy and wisdom. Let us begin. 1. Release your agenda and meet them as they are. Imagine you enter a grand library, its shelves heavy with tomes of human experience. There stands your fearful avoidant partner, clutching a battered volume titled Trust. Its pages dog-eared, its spine cracked. You approach with a checklist. You need to recognize your attachment style. Here's how to fix it. Instantly, the library's hush shatters. They slam the book shut and retreat into the shadows. Instead, set your agenda aside. Offer your presence without expectation. Speak from your own experience. I feel warmth when you stay close, rather than prescribing their growth. In my own life, I once saved an injured swan, determined to heal its broken wing. My urgency only frightened it further. The bird flapped away, wounded and mistrustful. Only when I paused, simply sat by the water's edge, did it return. Let your compassion be that silent vigil, steadfast, patient, and free of demands. 2. Patience is your greatest ally. Don't take their retreat personally. Storytelling is the heart of human connection. Picture a soldier returning from the front, embracing a loved one, then stepping back, as though the reunion were a mirage. Fearful avoidant partners often mirror this dance of approach and withdrawal. They speak words of affection, then send a cold breeze of distance. In that moment, resist the siren call of self-doubt. Their oscillation is not a verdict on your worth. It is the echo of past wounds. I recall playing an aged king on stage, a ruler torn between love for his family and dread of betrayal. In that role, I learned that kings do not crumble at every tremor of uncertainty. Similarly, stand firm. Recognize that ambivalence lives within them, not as a personal indictment. Allow time for their inner conflict to resolve. When you grasp your own value, the vacillations of another become waves against a steadfast cliff. Surprising, yes, but never eroding your foundation. 3. Consistency builds the bridge from fear to trust. Let me share a tale of an ancient clockmaker whose steady hands crafted gears so precise that time itself seemed to bow in deference. Consistency in communication is your own clockwork. Predictable, reliable, unshakable. Respond to their messages with reasonable promptness. Follow through on your promises, however small. If you say you'll call at 6, call at 6. Every time. Over months, these acts of reliability weave a tapestry of safety around your fearful avoidant partner. They begin to learn that your world does not spin with their every whim. It turns in steady arcs. In that reliability, they taste safety. And when they taste safety, they learn to linger in your orbit, rather than fleeing at the first flicker of doubt. 4. Acknowledge their agency. Support. Don't save. It is tempting to swoop in like a gallant knight, shield raised, to vanquish the dragons of their trauma. But imagine if you descended on another's battlefield unbidden, your armor gleaming, your sword drawn. Would they thank you, or would they cower in the glare? Fearful, avoidant partners need allies, not rescuers. Honor their autonomy. Offer, "I'm here if you want to unpack that memory," rather than, "Let me heal you." Ask how you can be present, instead of assuming what they need. Once I met a man haunted by the roar of applause, an actor whose childhood performance in the school play ended in harsh criticism. My instinct was to pep talk him. "You're brilliant!" But I learned instead to ask, "When applause frightens you, would you like to sit with me in silence?" That gesture, neither heroic nor grand, unlocked a door he had bolted for decades. Let your partner be the author of their own healing, with you as the respectful reader. 5. Express precise appreciation and gratitude. Lastly, let us talk of gratitude. Big romantic declarations can feel like gusts of wind, overwhelming and hard to trust. Instead, hone your attention on the smallest gestures. When they share a memory, say, "Thank you for trusting me with that story. It means the world." When they laugh at your bad joke, respond, "Your laughter glows like lantern light in a storm. It steadies me." I once played a pirate captain whose crew feared his thunderous temper. One night, a cabin boy polished the old compass without being asked. The captain's heart softened. He said simply, "Thank you for caring for this old relic." That quiet acknowledgement changed the boy's life. In the same way, your partner craves that pinpointed recognition. "I see you navigating your fear, and I honor your courage." Those words, uttered with genuine warmth, are like alchemy. They transform doubt into connection. Let us weave these 5 tips into a tapestry of real-world practice. Release the agenda. Sit in silence with your partner, offering company rather than solutions. Practice patience. When they withdraw, breathe deeply and remind yourself that love is not a sprint but a continuum. Maintain consistency. Build small rituals, morning texts, weekly walks that become the stones of trust. Honor their agency. Ask, "How can I support you?" and accept their answer, whatever shape it takes. Celebrate their presence. Notice every subtle glide of their vulnerability and speak gratitude to it. In the great epic of human relationships, Fearful-Avoidant Attachment presents a plot of rich contrasts, storms of doubt counterpointed by the symphony of yearning. To love such a partner is to navigate these currents with the steady hand of a seasoned mariner. You will falter, you will be surprised. Yet each of these tips is a lighthouse beam, cutting through the dark. As you embark on this voyage, remember, the aim is not to fix another soul, but to share the helm. You too have shadows. Bring your own authenticity to the deck. Offer vulnerability in return, and you will find that the dance of closeness and distance begins to harmonize. So, dear traveler of the heart, take these 5 must-know tips as your compass. Venture forth with curiosity, wit, and unwavering care. In time, you may find that the one you love learns not only to let down their defenses, but to build, in that very act, a bridge back to themselves and to you. And that, my friends, is the alchemy of Fearful-Avoidant Attachment and Dating, 5 must-know tips. May it guide you through storms toward the warmth of genuine connection, where longing and safety can finally embrace.
If you believe this video might help someone dear to you, share it with them. A small gesture on your part could mean the world to a friend in need.